Well, do you know what? Talking of 99 then, as we said, you were part of the Manchester United coaching setup on that famous night against Barcelona. Obviously one that lives long in the memory for you, Steve.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Kind of my breakthrough in football, in coaching, managing, and experiencing that. One hell of a club, one hell of a dressing room. And going into that final that night, it was kind of in the stars. It was written, and everything was going our way. Leading up to that, the semi-final against Villa, Juventus, that semi-final. Luck was really on our side, and you need luck to win anything. You need luck, but I fully expect Ollie and his team to win tonight.
I think it's spot on, Steve. Andros and I can't see anything other than a United victory. Having said that, you've got to say Villarreal will be dangerous opposition, particularly the record their manager has in the tournament and the record that Spanish clubs do have in the tournament.
Yeah, look, you play any Spanish club, you're in trouble. They're technically very, very good. And this Villarreal side demonstrated against Arsenal, two sides. They can play football, they can dominate possession. And away from home, they were resolute in defence, very hard to break down. And in Moreno, they've got a goal scorer, 29 goals in La Liga, a match winner. Disappointing seventh finish in La Liga. But the only danger is that Unai Emery has this experience and this knack of winning this Europa League. Yeah. And that's the only danger. But, like Manchester United, they may have a bad start like they did against Roma, but I fully expect them to dominate. We dominate in Europe. We've done that in the Champions League. We're doing that in the Europa League. And Ollie's got to finish the job tonight.
Steve, I was speaking earlier about this Europa League final with Andros and with Ali, and we were talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the fact that he's had his critics over the period that he's been in charge at Manchester United. What will a win like this do for him and for his managerial career?
It's like everything, like a player, manager, coach. You get breakthrough moments. You get moments which you have to be prepared for, and then go through the barrier and win something. And I talked about that in '99 myself. Little known coach, all of a sudden into the headlines, and because we won the treble, that kind of was my breakthrough into being recognised as a top coach. And Ollie's got to do the same. He's got to join Klopp, Guardiola, Mourinho, Tuchel, all them. He's got to join them, and the only way he can join them, coming from an all-star run, is to win trophies. And tonight, he's got to win this trophy.
Steve, we spoke about this earlier as well, but when you won the league in Holland, was it more about proving critics wrong, proving yourself right, or what was going through your mind at that time?
All of them, Andros.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah.
You play every week.
Yeah.
And it's about, you have a bad game last week, it's about proving the critics wrong. I'm going to have a good game this week. That's the pressure of football, Ali. You know that. And winning that in Holland was another breakthrough for me, to know that I could bounce back and have the resilience to go through what I went through, and to bounce back and be able to manage at the top level.
Steve, looking at the plushies, Cavani's in frightening form in front of goal. Negatives, yeah. Harry Kane will be a miss, and
Harry Maguire.
I beg your pardon, Harry Kane. Harry Maguire will be a miss. Yeah, Harry Kane would be a miss, but Harry Maguire will be a miss. And looking at him, I saw a picture of him this morning on TV, Steve, with a big cast on. It would be a doubt for England as well.
Yeah, a huge, huge loss. That's my only reservation in tonight's game, and Villarreal could expose that weakness, because I don't know who's going to play, Twanzebe or Bailly, but it's not strong.
Yeah,
not strong at all. It's stronger with Maguire there. But for me, I think the key thing is the team that he picks is going to be key to it. Because, yes, they'll concede goals, but as we saw against Roma, Manchester United can score goals. I guess, especially in Europe, they can score. He's got to pick the right front four. Fernandes is a must. And what he does he play Greenwood on the right, Rashford on the left, and Cavani up front, leave Pogba out? Or does he unbalance it, put Pogba on the left, Rashford up front, and leave Cavani out? it's he'll be having sleepless. He'll know his team. He'll know his team, his strongest team, what he wants to play. The key thing is he's got a team that can win, and he's also got players on the bench that can come on, impact, and turn the game and win as well.
He's got past this sort of hoodoo that he had when it came to semi-final competitions, now reaching this Europa League final. And I know we spoke about what it will do for him if he wins it, but what happens if he doesn't win it, Steve?
No, I think he still carries on. I know that he's under a lot of pressure, but they backed him. I mean, there's been 3 or 4 occasions where very, very easily other managers would have been sacked at other clubs. But Manchester United have stuck by Ollie, the project, and it's paying fruition. We get into finals now, winning games, second in the league. We are going to challenge. And I think it's a project, and Ollie will be judged on his recruitment this summer is going to be vital. He needs a top centre-back. Yeah. He needs a top centre-forward. We talked about it, Harry Kane, if they get him. And he needs a top winger, and they've already talked about the boy Sancho. That will make them the complete team. He needs to build a squad, obviously, around that as well. But if he gets that centre-back, centre-forward and winger, he'll really have a strong squad to challenge for next year.
Steve, I think that's spot on. I really do. I think if Manchester United, I fully expect them to win the Cup. I think the way they're performing in the league, unbeaten away from home, which is remarkable, and finish a good second, a comfortable second to an excellent Manchester City team. Like you say, I think if he strengthens in key positions in the summer, I think that the garden's rosy for Manchester United and Solskjaer.
Well, listen, when they play Man City, they win the game.
Yeah,
they win the game. And the problem with Manchester United has been total inconsistency over the last 2 or 3 years. They've had great spells looking like champions and then looking like relegation fodder the next one. And they had a really bad start to this season. I was there the first 4 or 5 games. Ollie was under severe pressure then, but they've come through that. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to stick by managers, come through the bad times. Give it, as long as they know that the project is being built, and it is being built, we can add on. If they add on them 3 players in the summer, they can challenge Manchester City, because when they go head to head, there's nothing between them. And generally, Ollie has got the upper hand. He knows how to beat Manchester City.
That's going to be really exciting tonight. Yeah. Steve, really appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Enjoy the game,
Cheers,
Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah, great.
Hey, enjoy your win, Andros.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Great to get Steve McClaren's thoughts then.